Hey guys, MK Anonymous Snipes here. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I know it's been like a month or two, but I've been really busy with school lately. Ever since the summer I've been pretty busy. High school kind of sucks. But anyway, I'm making this video today to talk about COD World War II and just like my opinion on it and how it's like changed from the beta. Anyway, let's get right into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is like the score streaks. Score streaks in this game are like still really weak, I would say. The ball turret gunner is the best streak, but it's basically just a worse chopper gunner from like BO1. The paratroopers are really weak. I think they need a buff. They actually just nerfed them too in hardcore. Most of the streaks in this game are just like Hellstorm missiles and like variations of Hellstorms and lightning strikes. So maybe they could maybe add some more streaks too. I thought they were gonna add dogs to this game, but that never happened. So overall, I think the score streaks need to be improved, buffed, maybe some new ones added. The next thing I want to talk about the snipers. So as you guys might know, the snipers are ridiculous in this game. Sniping is easier than it was in Black Ops 2, which really says something. Anyone can basically pick up a sniper and run around like Pamaj. It's pretty bad. I think those definitely need to be nerfed to the ground, actually, like they were in BO3 and like BO1. And another thing that's really annoying sometimes are the shotguns. I think in a few times this game I died to a shotgun, which is kind of annoying. So I think those don't really need a buff because I think Michael Cornbread was talking about buffing those, but I don't think that should happen. Another thing I'd like to talk about in this game is weapon balance. I think some of the assault rifles are just like way too good. Like my favorite gun right here that I'm using, the FG42, it outclasses some SMGs even at close range. And that, along with the bar and like STG, are just like really good and OP. Especially compared to some of the other rifles like the semi-auto M1 Garand, Carbine, and SVT. Those are really underpowered compared to all the fully autos. SMGs, I think the SMGs are actually pretty balanced. I say the worst gun is probably the grease gun, but even the grease gun isn't too terrible. I think the best one is probably the PPSH or Thompson. PPSH is pretty accurate. The Thompson just shoots really fast and has a high time to kill. The MP40 is pretty good. The Type 100 is actually really good. I like that gun a lot. And what other ones are there? I think that's it. One more thing I'd like to talk about is the maps. So this map you're seeing right here is Aachen, and I'd say this is probably up there with Gustav Cannon as one of the worst maps in the game. It kind of sucks that this game only came out with 9 maps, because I think if it came out with more maps, this game would be like a lot better. Some of the maps are just really bad, like this one, Gustav Cannon. At times, Point de Hawk is not fun to play on. In these maps, there's just way too many lines of sight and like areas to hide and stuff. Like right here on this map, there's so many areas where you can just sit in a corner and wait for someone to pass by. So I think that they need well, it's good that they're adding Carrington to this game, but I think they need to like maybe improve the maps or just like give us some free ones at least, because they only came out with 9. Like back in Call of Duty 4, 16 maps released. That's almost double what they have now. And I guess the main question that everyone wants to know, is this game worth it? I would say yeah, it's still a fun game despite like all the flaws it has, and especially if you play with your friends, it's always going to be a lot of fun. I think it's better than all the jetpack CODs like combined. better than BO3, AW, and IW. But one thing that is different than like the rest of the CODs is like the divisions and basic trainings. So like ever since like Call of Duty 4, we've had like the perk system, you know, but they just kind of said screw that and put in their own shit. So basic trainings are basically just like a bunch of perks like combined into one, and then the divisions give you perks too. So each division like caters to a certain playstyle. Like for example, the mountain division is kind of like stealthy. It gives you ghost and then like blind eye. So I think most of the divisions are actually pretty good. The ones I think that are underpowered though is the expeditionary force, which is like catered to shotguns. It gives you fire shells, which are really annoying, need to be removed from this game. And then the other one that's kind of underpowered is the armored. The really only useful thing it grants you is flak jacket, and I mean that's not always gonna be like an issue in some games. The infantry and airborne and mountain are definitely the best divisions. I think the infantry is like really good because it gives you so much ammo, and then it gives you a stock, which is actually a lot more helpful than you might think it is. Airborne is really good because it lets you run super fast, and I think those are just by far the best divisions. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I would recommend getting this game, especially since the Christmas noobs are gonna be here soon. Christmas noobs are always pretty fun. You can get some good lobbies. That's all I really have today. MK Anonymous Snipes out.
Well fought. This was an important day.